SHOT Show 2015 with Buk Knives.
Hi, I'm Joe Piedmont with Buk Knives, and I'm here to show you a few of our brand new products for this year. First off, we have a set of spring assist in our first ever auto. We have a select version of the spring assist, our entry level, pro version of our spring assist, and then of course the brand new auto, first ever from Buk Knives. Let me show you how these work. So you might recognize the lock on the back here. It comes from a knife that we've done previously called the Cirrus. We've made some improvements to it. So you pull that safety back, launch the knife, and then that safety can fold down flat across the top of the knife. So when you hold it, there's nothing getting on your thumb.
That was probably my only real qualm with the old Rush that I have.
Exactly.
It when you got your hand on the back of that, the safety was there, and you're resting on it, and not real comfortable. This is a really cool, innovative thing that you've done to kind of fix that little issue. I like it.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, you don't have to worry about popping the safety back up, because once you unlock the knife with the liner, the safety will automatically pop up.
So the flipper kind of pushes that back up. Nice.
Correct. So this is 420 high carbon steel, anodized aluminum handles, pocket worn look.
Nice.
For those guys that want to step up a little bit.
Let's look at the pocket clip on that first.
Oh sure, we have a deep pocket clip.
Yeah, that is going to ride very deep, and look at the angle on that. You're wearing khakis or slacks or something like that, it's going to hide perfectly. Then you can of course attach a lanyard or something by feeding it through here and then through that hole to have your lanyard attachment point if you want to do that.
Correct.
Nice.
Very versatile. So those guys want to step up to the next level. Spring assist, same mechanism, except now we're offering this in S30V steel, anodized aluminum handles with a grip tape applied to them. Same safety mechanism that ducks down, and then also same deep pocket clip.
Very nice.
One thing I'd like to emphasize on all of these tools is that the pivot has been reinforced. We really beefed up the pivot fastener for all of these knives. Instead of it being a male and female, that's a full through shoulder bolt with a nut on one side. So there's no hollow in that fastener. That gives it a much more steel on there, much more robust in terms of its action and ability to perform. Moving on from there, we have the first ever Buk automatic knife. You'll notice that the design language on these is very similar. So someone who may not be able to purchase the automatic knife because they live in an area where they're not permitted, there's the spring assist that will satisfy. But the auto has been a lot of fun to develop. As you would expect, we have a safety on the side. You open up the safety, the red indicates ready to fire. Push the button, out pops the knife. Push that safety, and now you can't push the button back in, the knife is locked open. Pull that safety back, now you can push the button, close the knife, relock the safety.
Very cool. Some sweet little pocket knives from Buk. Did you go through the model names and MSRPs on those?
Sure. We've got the 293 Inertia, MSRP is right around $80. We have the 294 Momentum, MSRP on this one is going to be $120. And then we have the 898 Impact, MSRP is $200.
Street price will always be a little bit lower.
That's right, street price is always a little bit lower depending on the retailer.
And are they on the market now? When will they be available?
The two spring assists will be available late February. The automatic, we're saying mid-year this year while we iron out some of the paperwork details we have on that.
Awesome. We got some super skinny knives over here I want to take a look at.
This is called the Apex knife. We designed this as an answer to a mountaineering ultralight. All of these knives come in at 1.7 ounces. They feature a carabiner on the end, very necessary for anyone who wants to clip that to their pack or to their gear. We have two with anodized aluminum, the orange and the purple, and then one with a true carbon fiber. All of these knives have a very easy action, great big thumb hole, so they're one-hand operation. They all have the E-clip on here. This E-clip is nice and firm, but allows you just to pop it closed. They also have a clip on the back, so whether you're clipping that to your backpack, however you want to carry it, whether it's with the carabiner or with the clip, it's ready to go.
Nice.
Like I said, these knives are all under 2 ounces. So those enthusiasts who want to get out and make sure they're watching the weight that they carry into the backwoods, this is the knife for you.
Great for woods use or mountaineering, also great for just everyday use. If you really like to keep it light or have maybe a couple different knives on you, this would be a great sub-EDC by my definition. That's really nice. Generous hole there to get a hold of it from whatever position you want to. Really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
I love how light and thin that is. Let me just get a quick look at the thinness of it. That is extremely flat. Man, that would be awesome in pocket.
You know, we started off thinking about that as a one-sided knife with just a liner on one side, but so many times those knives are breaking out in the field because they don't have enough structure. So we worked really hard to keep it lightweight, but enough structure on the knife that it's going to perform every single time.
The MSRPs will vary on this. Carbon fiber probably a bit more.
Yeah, the MSRP on the carbon fiber is right around $35, $40, and the MSRP on the 2 anodized is $25, $30, depending on your retailer.
25 or 30 bucks for one of those anodized aluminum ones. That is not bad. Yeah, that's almost a no-brainer. Something nice to add to the collection for those times when you need a really tiny, really light knife. That's excellent. Those are some good-looking folders. We've also got some fixed blades and some other interesting things being offered for 2015. Should we take a look at those?
Sure, let's take a look at those. First on our list is the $2.99 rescue tool. This tool features a glass breaker and a seatbelt cutter. There's a lot of these on the market, and when we set out to put ours together, we really wanted to make it the singular purpose to get you out of your car. This won't twist bolts or turn screws. It's really positioned that as a tool you hope you never have to use. We made it up with a nice nylon sheath with Velcro strap. This was designed to go onto the visor of your car.
That's absolutely brilliant.
Always at the ready.
Yeah, I love the fact that this goes on the visor. That's perfect. I mean, that's exactly where you need it to be. And it's there at the ready all the time. That's cool.
And we've also done our due diligence on here, and we're offering this at MSRP of $25. We're hoping that everybody will put this in their car and have it at the ready in case they need it.
Street price is probably 20 bucks or less.
Correct.
It's almost a no-brainer right there. Let me just get a feel for how that feels in hand real quick. I mean, I can see that. Obviously, it's not made to be super ergonomic. It's made to get one job done, and that's it.
Right, we made it with this hole on the end, so you can put your finger in it. So if you're in a dark space, you always have a positive knowledge of where the end is.
Yeah, makes sense. Cool, I like it.
Yeah, it's $2.99.
And the name of it is the
$2.99 strap cutter.
Strap cutter. Okay.
Next on the list, we have the 017 Thorn. Last year, for our limited edition category, we did a Thorn that was a blued steel knife with a wood handle. It was so popular that we decided we needed to put one in the catalog for this year. So we changed it up a little bit. We do a bead blasted knife. We've made it up with the green and black G10 handle. Still has the signature Thorn metal inlay across the middle. Very nice, lightweight, small knife. Thumb hole on there so you know exactly where you're going with it at all times.
That is definitely nice and lightweight.
One of the unique features of this knife is the sheath. And we've partnered this sheath up so that the knife fits in nicely. It has a very small strap on there, holds it very tightly. You can carry this knife with the belt loop in the vertical position. Or if you'd like to, you can take out these 2 fasteners right here and the belt loop comes off and the knife now is able to be carried as a neck knife. With a lanyard through these 2 holes, it's ready to go. Pop that, pull it out.
Nice.
You have it at the ready.
Cool. Could be a great little outdoor tool, perhaps.
It's a great outdoor tool. You know, the configuration really lends itself to multiple uses.
Nice. Does that come with a chain or cord or anything, or you just buy your own?
It's a buy your own lanyard.
Okay.
You know, we oftentimes offer lanyards, and then we find that people just throw them away. So it's in this particular one, it's hey, make your own. You know.
Easy enough.
Next on the list is our 863 Selkirk survival knife. The knife itself, as you can see, features a lot of extras that you don't have on a normal knife. First off is the fire starter and whistle. So we have a ferro rod there, the little lanyard, and then whistle on there. I'm going to blow this whistle so you can hear it in action. Nice and loud.
Yep.
If you get in trouble and you need to signal somebody, that's right there at the ready.
3 blasts, calls for help. Nice.
The sheath is a molded plastic sheath, and I'm going to turn it back here and show you that it has a multi-use capability. So right now it's configured for vertical carry, but by repositioning this clip, it can be a horizontal carry as well. I actually have one of the guys at the shop who carries it like this with the clip down, is belt through, so it's right up on above the small of his back, ready to go. The knife snaps in. It has a full panel flat grind. It has a front guard and a rear pommel, and the pommel itself has a hammer built into it.
Nice.
Full tang. One of the things we did is in the finger choil here, we left this with a hard edge on it. Anybody who's used a ferro rod knows you need a hard edge in order to get a good spark out of that. Let me grab this again. And what happens quite often is that you can't get the right spark, and you end up using the knife edge to create the spark. Then you end up with an area of your knife that's not so good.
Yeah, pretty dead.
So we left that as a 90-degree hard edge so that when you're out in the woods, you can get that spark going, get your fire going. For those chance encounters where you might find yourself having to spend the night out in the woods unexpectedly.
And that's probably sharper actually than the spine is. The spine might also work, but I bet you that area is probably sharper for doing that.
Right, the spine would work as well, but then you're holding the knife upside down, and we found that for the guy who maybe isn't a professional outdoorsman, finds himself outside unexpectedly, having not practiced a little bit.
Maybe a little more prone to accidents.
Exactly, so we wanted to have both options. Of course you can use the top, but having that area there gives an opportunity to keep the knife blade in the direction that's safe.
Yeah.
Knife snaps in.
This is not the pair to look at.
Ferro rod whistle, always at the ready. That's the 863 Selkirk.
Selkirk?
Yes.
And that is a micarta, right?
That's a custom brown and black micarta handle. And it's machined with some extra grip grooves on there as well.
Nice looking. All right, cool.
Next on the list is our 616 Buk Ops Boot Knife. This is really a multi-carry knife and not just a boot knife. The knife itself is 154 cm.
That's why she don't ride horses.
Features G10 handles. It's a nice lightweight, small knife. Very thin, not bulky whatsoever. It snaps into the plastic liner of this sheath. The plastic liner has a leather front and back to it. When deployed in your boot, you can wear this to the inside of your boot, knowing that the leather is going to be nice and comfortable and not wear off all the hair on your leg. I hate that, by the way. The strap comes as well. You don't have to use the strap, but if you like to lash that to your arm or maybe your upper thigh or maybe the roll cage of your Jeep, it's available. The clip itself can be moved. You can take that clip out and put it in this way. It can also go in the top 2 or lower 2 holes back of the sheath. What's interesting about this is if you don't want the leather parts on there, they can be removed, and instead you pull out the plastic liner, and it's available as a neck knife. So I'm going to pull the knife out here and put it in. So the liner works as a neck knife, and it's ready to go.
Virtually any way you want to carry it, it's set up to do it.
Exactly. Very versatile.
The steel on that, I think you said, is
154 cm.
right, and that's G10.
G10 handles, correct.
Right. Buck logo on there.
MSRP on this one is $115.
Okay.
So you'll find it in that roughly $100 range.
And if I can yank that out real quick and get
Sure.
a feel for the knife blade. It's definitely small in hand. It's meant to be that. It's meant to be minimal. There's kind of a 3-finger grip on there. Your thumb kind of will lock in here, but again, it's small. It's going to be kind of a last ditch situation knife, but probably one that will hold up pretty well in that situation. Right. There's some awesome product offerings from Buck. Did we miss anything?
That's all we have on the table right now, but yeah, we have 35 new products coming out for this year, so we could be here for the rest of the hour if you'd like. But.
Oh, that would be fun, but I think we'll skip it for this time. It's SHOT Show 2015 with Buck Knives. Thanks very much for watching.